And if you're just tuning in, comedian Bob Saget has died. Caitlin Becker is a senior reporter from dailymail.com. She is joining us now with more. So, Caitlin, what are you hearing? What is the reaction tonight in Hollywood?
Laughter is one of the most beautiful gifts we have in life. It has the power to bring people together, to heal wounds, and to lighten even the heaviest hearts. Some people are so talented at creating laughter that their jokes and stories stay with us long after they're gone. But what do we know about the comedians who made us laugh until we cried? What did they hide behind their smiles and funny lines? From the case of Chris Farley, who died of substance overdose, to the stealing of Charlie Chaplin's body from his grave, join us as we unveil things we learned about comedians after they died. Chris Farley. Chris Farley was a big, funny guy with a huge heart and wild humor. He made everyone laugh with his crazy sketches on Saturday Night Live, SNL. Farley was known for his hilarious characters like Matt Foley, the motivational speaker who lived in a van down by the river. His big personality and over-the-top antics made him a favorite on the show. But behind the laughter, Chris Farley had a tough life. He struggled with addiction, which means he had problems with illegal substances and alcohol. Farley's friends and family knew he was in trouble, but he tried to keep it a secret. His wild behavior on stage masked the pain he felt inside. Off stage, Farley was a kind and caring person, but he was also distraught. Farley's life ended very sadly. He died from substance overdose when he was only 33 years old, after having an overdose of a combination of cocaine and morphine. His death shocked everyone because he seemed so full of life and laughter. People started to see that Farley's comedy was a way to hide his struggles. After he died, his friends and fans shared stories about how he tried to fight his problems, but it was just too hard. Next, we'll move on to another comedian who had a considerable impact, Joan Rivers. Like Farley, Rivers was known for her sharp wit and powerful personality, but her story also had challenges and achievements. Joan Rivers. Joan Alexandra Malinsky, known professionally as Joan Rivers, pioneered comedy and was known for her bold humor and sharp wit. She made a name for herself in the 1960s and became one of the first women to break through in a male-dominated field. Joan was famous for her quick jokes and her fearless approach to comedy. She often talked about sensitive topics with humor, which made her stand out in the entertainment world. Joan Rivers got her big break when she appeared on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson in 1965. Joan Rivers made almost 100 appearances on The Tonight Show, where she and Johnny Carson had a fun, friendly relationship on screen, even though they didn't talk much off camera. Carson helped her career, inviting her as his first guest. Rivers often became the host when Carson was away, becoming the main guest host by 1983. Rivers turned down several offers for her show to stay loyal to Carson. However, by the mid-1980s, she felt upset with NBC executives for not giving her a long-term contract. She was hurt when she wasn't considered a replacement for Carson. In 1986, she got an offer from Fox to host her late-night show, making her the first woman in that role. Fox also offered her husband, Edgar Rosenberg, a job as the show's producer. When news of Rivers' new show leaked, Carson was furious. Rivers later said she tried to call Carson, but he hung up on her. Carson felt betrayed, and the two never spoke again before he died in 2005. Rivers lost not just her mentor, but also faced his anger. Rivers' show, The Late Show, premiered in October 1986 but quickly struggled. Many local stations refused to air it, and Carson's team made it difficult for celebrities to appear on her show. Ratings dropped, and Rivers and her husband clashed with Fox executives. When Fox asked Rivers to fire her husband, she refused, leading to both being fired in May 1987. Afterward, Rivers' marriage became strained, and her husband Rosenberg tragically took his own life 3 months later. Tragically, Joan Rivers' life came to an end under unexpected circumstances. On September 4, 2014, she died at the age of 81 after a routine medical procedure. It was later revealed that the procedure had been performed incorrectly, leading to her death. Her family sued the clinic, and they settled. Rivers's death shocked many, and it highlighted how even those who seem to have everything can face sudden and unexpected challenges. Joan Rivers passed away from something called anoxic encephalopathy, which is a complicated way of saying she suffered brain damage due to a lack of oxygen. This happened during a routine procedure where doctors checked her upper digestive tract and vocal cords. The city's medical examiner classified her death as a complication from the medical procedure. A simple checkup turned into a tragedy, showing how quickly things can change even for someone as fearless and iconic as Joan Rivers. This leads us to talk about Johnny Carson. David remembered Lewis as one of the funniest and sweetest people he knew. After Richard Lewis died, Larry David said he felt connected to his friend. David talked about how he felt like Richard was watching over him, and that he continued to speak to him even after he was gone. This showed how much Lewis's friendship and humor meant to David and how his memory continued to bring comfort. When we remember these comedians, we see their stories as more than just jokes. They were storytellers and dreamers who used humor to connect with us and lift our spirits even in tough times. Their stories show us that laughter is not just about joy, but strength, courage, and the bonds we share. Which of these stories intrigued you the most? Let us know in the comments. We hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you did. Thanks for watching.